Welcome everyone to a special Wednesday NFL playoff edition of the Allen Powell Show. What better person to get to talk about the playoffs than the original NFL brat?
Hello.
Rhonda King, how are you? It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Yes. So we got a lock and load show for you, breaking down these games. And man, I want everybody to tune in. Give me your comments. We got a Wildcard Weekend. We got more games than usual. And let's just start off with that. Let's lock and load with that part.
Okay.
With them adding a team and only one team getting a wild card. Do you like the fact that it's 7 instead of 6, or do you like or how which one do you like more?
Well, you know what? I think I have to see how this goes. When I think about, when you think about like a team, like some of the teams, and there's no hate in here at all. You know this because I have a little bit of love for Washington because they're kind of Ohio Buckeye stacked up, with the exception of one person, bless his heart and all his parts. We're just gonna pray for Dwayne, but it's kind of crazy when you have a 7-9 and an 8-8 team in there. But you know what? I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like it. It reminds me a little bit of college a little. I mean, not college, but high school a little bit, where kind of everybody makes the playoffs. And a lot of these teams who do have these double-digit wins, on the games that they have lost, they have not shown up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some losses that the Saints have had and had you looking at them sideways like, huh? It's been some losses that the Seahawks have had, and you're like, how y'all lose that game? Or how did y'all let them beat you? So, hey, it's the NFL. So, let Washington and Chicago have that chance. I'm with it.
It seemed like with all the sports this year, everybody was been trying to do stuff different. Basketball, they had the play-in tournament. Baseball was a little different this year. So I think they're trying to give the fans a little bit more excitement with the whole COVID situation. So they expanded the playoffs. It's okay, but it almost seemed like it's a little watered down at the same time. Even though my
thing is watered down, but yeah,
like even my Bears at 8-8 getting in. Normally they wouldn't have got in. If it was just 6, they wouldn't have got in. But I'm going to enjoy this time that they in, and we're gonna still rock and roll. But look, let's get through these games. I'm gonna save that game for the last one we're gonna break down. But we're gonna go through these games. I want your predictions.
Censoring me.
What? First of all, tell the people what you were doing before the show. You were trying to throw some jabs. You were trying to throw some jabs at my squad before the show even started.
Okay,
and I said no. Okay, you're not going to do that. Matter of fact, tell the people who is your team. What team you love?
People know who my team is. But what's up?
No. We're not talking about college. We're not talking about college.
Oh, NFL. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so my team is the Miami Dolphins. Now.
Okay. Now.
First of all, we got a better record than you.
Okay. But one team is at home, and another team is in New Orleans.
Okay, that's right. Okay. New Orleans. That's right. It's New Orleans.
Listen. We're not even gonna go there. We're gonna go through these games, and we'll save that. Game for last. QT says Colts are a sleeper. You know what? Because one of our people started off with that game.
Okay.
Let's go right to that game and let's talk about the Bills and Colts. Bills 13-3. Colts with Phillip Rivers, that defense. What are you seeing in that game?
This is the thing. As far as consistent football, you're going to have to give the advantage to the Bills. Now, I remember
consistent in the regular season or consistent just as overall?
In the regular season. Now, what I will say is they did kind of die out a little bit in like toward while they were getting to the middle, and then they got back strong again. And we don't know what the actual reason for that really was. But what I kind of saw, I see a very, very complete offense with them. I see a complete defense with them. And even though Phillip Rivers has a lot more experience, just as an NFL quarterback, I still feel like I could trust Josh Allen more. And look, when everybody was calling for him to be the MVP after like the first 2 games of the season, like, can we just all pump our brakes a little bit? Like, y'all about to make him the MVP, put him in the Hall of Fame? It's like this hold up. So
hold on. You said you got to trust the Bills more than you trust the Colts. Now I give you that they 13-3, but they when the last time they was in the playoffs was a long time ago. Josh Allen never been there before. Are you putting your trust in this quarterback on this stage?
Yes, you know what? I think the whole I've never been to the playoff thing is overrated. I do. I mean, like, I'm not saying it doesn't. You don't need to have. Experience. I'm not saying that, but I just think that whole mantra is a little overrated. So what? They haven't been to the playoffs. Yes, they have not been to playoffs. Forever. Well, I mean, they were in 5 Super Bowls and lost them all. Like, you know what?
So playoff experience don't mean nothing?
I didn't say it doesn't mean anything. I just think for that to be the thing that you say, you want to give the advantage to Phillip Rivers and the Colts. This Colt team is not the playoff experience Colt team. This is not Peyton Manning, Philip Dungy, Jeff Saturday, what's the one? That's not this team. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, the Colts have been there since the Bills have been, but I'm not falling. I just don't want to fall into that. That can't be the thing that I say, well, this is the reason why I would take the Colts over the Bills. I just think that I like the Bills' offense better. And Phillip Rivers, to me, he'll be up and then he'll be down. And when he's down, it's just like, whoa. It's like there's no getting up. It's like, and that's just how I feel just with Phillip Rivers. And, and we're basing him on his 20-year career?
So who do you got in this game? Give me a score.
I'm giving the Bills. I think
a lot of Colts fans that I know too. So go ahead and upset the Colts fans.
Defensive battle though. So it's gonna be something like 17-21.
17-21
Bills,
according to the original NFL Brat. Do I got that right?
Yeah. I hate it when you do this to me. I hate this, right? I hate this. This is the number one thing I hate more than anything in the life. You know that, right? So I'm just okay.
Yeah. 21-17 Bills, according to the original NFL Brat. Man, that game is tough. I'm going to give it to the Bills as well. The reason being is because I think they have more explosive. They've been straight whooping on teams lately, like blowing them out, putting up points, and I think they're going to put up just a little bit more points than the Colts, and so I'm gonna roll with the Bills as well. But don't be shocked with Phillip Rivers, man. Hey, that little old cagey veteran, he can do some things. So don't be shocked.
I don't think they're gonna be blown out. I think it's gonna be a really good game, but I just think that the advantage of playoff experience in this scenario might not particularly be the one. Like this, like if you were, let's just say that if instead of Washington, you had the Patriots there, okay? In that scenario, I would be like, yeah, the experience, I'd probably go with the Patriots. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, a team. I just don't think in this scenario that's going to be the kicker. I think it's going to be a defensive game, and that's why I think that the Bills aren't going to be able to score as much as they used to, that they're accustomed to scoring, but they're still going to have the advantage.
Got you. All right, so that's one game in the books. We're going to move on. Let's go over to the NFC. When we had Chase Young running off the field says, I want Tom Brady. Bring on the Bucks. I want Tom Brady. I'm looking at this game, and I like Washington front four, but when I'm looking at Alex Smith, he still doesn't look all the way healthy. He's not driving on that leg that he tore up. Like, he's not, and he's still a dink and dunk quarterback. So I think that Tampa Bay is going to put up enough points. The defense of Washington is good, but not good enough to take over Tampa Bay. So what do you think about that game?
As much, right here, this is emotional, right? Because I'm full with Tom Brady, right? Mm-hmm. I'm full with Brady. Gronk annoys me. AB annoys me. With that being said, there is an awesome connection that the three of those are having. I don't. What is the I'm thinking of a guy from the secondary on Washington's team. I don't feel like their secondary is going to be able to shut down AB. Not going to be able to shut down Gronk.
Right.
Now, what I will say is I believe that Sweat, Chase are going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Tom, and that pressure, Tom, it's so funny. Like other quarterbacks, they always get on there and they're like, when they get pressure in the pocket, they don't throw as accurate. With the exception of maybe like, I don't know, like Drew Brees and the new baby Patrick Mahomes. So,
yeah.
But Brady's not that good when he has pressure on him.
Do you think they're gonna get enough pressure on him?
Yeah, I think they are.
So who you got? Okay, so who do you got in the game?
But I think it's gonna depend on a field goal though. I think that's gonna be another one of those field goal games.
So what's the
score? You know what? When you called, you didn't tell me I was gonna be having to give scores.
Okay, you ain't got to give a score. Just tell me who's going to win the game.
McLaurin is healthy, right?
Yes.
See, this is the thing.
Who's going to win the game? You ain't even got to give me a score. Who's going to win the game?
Tampa.
You must be having a problem with this game. You must think Washington can win this game.
I do. I really, really do. Is the problem that I don't have a problem with Washington's defense. I have a problem with the same. Did you see all that wrap they had on Alex Smith's foot, on his leg? He's still not, it's like I'm not confident that he can put up the type of points to be able to match you have playmakers on Tampa. You have playmakers.
Yeah.
The score started out doing some jazz like 3 to 3, 6 to 3, 9 to 3, maybe 9 to 10, and then boom, bam, bing, connection. One play where Gronk gets loose, one play where AB gets loose, and now they're up 3 scores. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know that Alex can have that type of rhythm and connection with his playmakers on his team. McLaurin, playmaker, but I just don't know about everybody else. So
everybody who's watching, comment, share. We doing NFL playoffs, Wildcard Weekend. We got 6 games. We're going down. Give me your predictions on the games. I will post the comments, and we will probably talk about the comments if they're worthy of talking about. So comment on these playoff games. Who you going for? Who you got? So what was your final answer one more time? Because I don't know if I got it.
I said that I believe that Tampa's going to win, but I think that they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
I can say that because I think they're gonna get one play out of Gronk that's gonna be that play. They're gonna get one out of AB that's gonna be that play, and that will be the difference in the game.
That's shocking. I thought you just said it's gonna come down to a field goal, but now you say it's gonna be.
I had to think about it more. When I was saying the field goal, I was saying when the first quarter and into the second quarter, they're gonna be doing that field goal, just getting within field goal range. That's kind of what I meant. But then, like I say, that one breakthrough, because I was looking at when Washington was playing the other day, and it was like awesome. 3-4 downs, they got them. The other team was like 4th and 10, and then went for it, and that play, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Chase held them, Montez Sweat held them, but that one play, somebody got loose, and I think that's what's going to be the difference.
Okay. So we got the Bills. You got the Bills in the first game, and you got Tampa Bay in this second game. Number
real quick. Chase, I'm sorry, McLaurin.
Oh yeah, that's your Ohio State boy. You definitely just went against them.
I done said that, but I'm rooting for y'all. I just want you to know. I'm rooting for my Buckeyes on Washington. I just want y'all to know that. But I just think that it might kind of turn out a little different.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go back to the AFC. We're gonna go to I think this game got a chance to be classic. This is gonna be a straight slobber knocker. I mean, man, you want to talk about physical? I think this is going to be that.
Baby, this game is going to be almost as good as the old Steeler Ravens games.
Yes.
Like back with Palomalu, and it's going to be like that because the Ravens are tough. They play in your face. They on defense, they in your face. On offense, you're not bringing Lamar down. And then on the other end, you got Derrick Henry, and he flipping grown. Amen. He flipping grown.
Hey, he's a man child for real. He don't even look real.
Hell yeah.
Now, I believe this game is tough to pick. They playing in Tennessee, but without no fans, it's really not no home field advantage of anything. So it's like a neutral site to me. The only thing is Baltimore got to travel and Tennessee don't. So what's the key in this game? What's the key? Give me a key.
The key in this game is whether Tannehill, no, the key in this game is what Tennessee's defense is going to be able to do to the Baltimore Ravens offense. That's the key. On the other end, you can't. On the other end, it's like it is not really a. You know what Baltimore is going to do on all sides of the ball. The only question we kind of have is what Tennessee's defense is going to be able to do against them. So that's going to be the key. So I'm giving the game to the Ravens.
Okay.
But I can't do a score if I wanted to.
Right.
I can't give a score. Because it would just be me picking numbers. It would just be me picking something. It would be like me at March Madness. Be like, oh, I like them colors. We picked that one. Yeah,
I'm good with that, and I understand that. I like your key as far as Tennessee's defense, what they're going to do against Baltimore, because I think the blueprint is out as far as trying things to do against Lamar Jackson. If you make him throw on the edges, I don't think he's proven himself that he got enough accuracy to throw on the edges. He's good up the middle, throwing in the middle, but when they lost in the playoffs last year, them out routes he struggled with.
Right.
But you, like you say, you still have to have the personnel to make him do that, and you still got to stop that running attack. So
exactly.
I think that's going to be interesting.
Because and the thing about it is one thing I liked about Lamar as we watched his maturation process, as we watched it, we see that everywhere he had a fault, he improved. Mm-hmm. Everywhere he had a fault, he improved. Then we had this COVID drama. And I don't think he was allowed the type of offense to improve upon that. What you saw, what you're talking about, how, on the edge and how he had let those challenges. I don't think they had the opportunity to improve on that. But he's, because everyone was like, oh, well, they got his number. The only really time they had his number was really like the 2 weeks after he came back from COVID. Mm-hmm. And after that, he went right back to where he was a month prior. So I think that the biggest thing is going to be, like you said, whether or not they have the personnel to do what people have done to stop him. But they're kind of heir apparent.
So you got the Ravens in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave my pick in the last one. I got Tampa Bay. I think they're going to put up too many points. But this Tennessee Baltimore game is tough. Man, it's tough. But I'm rolling with the Ravens as well. I believe that their defense is gonna be enough to hold down Tennessee. So I'm rolling with the Ravens as well. We're gonna go over to the NFC. And I think this game is going to be a really good game as well. But I think both of these teams have flaws, and that's Seattle and LA, the Rams. And so this game,
flaws are what are you gonna say their flaws are?
To me, Seattle's defense suspect,
right.
And then LA's Goff, I don't trust him at all.
Right, yeah, their offense. Exactly. And that's the crazy part. So that's the crazy part. So what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like a 10-7? You know what I mean? It can't be 10-7 but I don't know. And
I think the Rams actually have a chance to put up some points against that Seattle defense because it's so suspect. But I think Seattle is going to have a tough time
putting up points
against the Rams.
And Aaron, they not playing. They not playing.
Yeah.
They not
but
playing.
I trust Russell more than I trust Goff.
Oh, you should. You should. I'm so upset that the 4 losses they had got his momentum. They got him out of the MVP because his 4 losses were so bad that they got him out of the MVP. But I trust Russell. I think he's still one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, So
what do you got in this game?
Oh God, Aaron,
what do you got in this game?
Why are you doing this to me?
It's called Pick'em.
This is not what you told me when we talked. This was not in your text message.
I said we going over the playoffs.
You didn't say we picking scores. You didn't say.
Oh, you think we were just gonna go over a few pointers?
I thought it was gonna be a fabulous chit chat.
I'll go first. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks because I trust Russell more than I trust Goff. That's the only reason. I don't have no bulletin points or keys. I just think if a play need to be made, Russell's going to make it, and Goff he'll mess around and throw a pick or something.
I think that's it's like I love I'm a defensive girl and I just love the Rams defense. Like they are just so shut down. But I'm gonna put it on Russ. I'm gonna put it on Russ. I'm gonna put it on Russ. Yeah. Oh, I hate doing that. I'm sorry. I feel like I gotta apologize to Aaron Donald.
You've been doing a lot of apologizing this show already.
I know, but that's the thing. When you're like the NFL rat, you love there's somebody who you love and you really like their play on every team. So it's not like Miami Mama. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's like it's really hard, but. Whew, that's gonna be a good game. I gotta work Saturday. Okay, go on.
Next game, now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Now we're going to get where are you located at right now?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay, so we're gonna get to Cleveland and Pittsburgh because they just played, but Ben didn't play that last game. It's the playoffs. There's like little brother versus big brother. And, I think the Browns still got something to prove. I don't know if I'm a believer all the way. You in Ohio, do you got the post? Do you got the post out there? Like how are they acting out there?
I'm gonna tell you flat out. This is the year for Cleveland to go on and win it.
What, a playoff game?
Yes, they're going to win this playoff game against the Steelers.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you something. I hate saying this. I love T.J. Watt. I love his play.
From Ohio State.
Right. It's like Tomlin is my coach. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that I still am not seeing Ben doing what Ben used to do. I think that even in their wins, in them 11 wins, when they was just rolling cats, is one, and I hate this word about to come out of my mouth, but we got to kind of look at who they was playing.
You talking about that when they was 11-0?
Right, when they was 11-0. So it's like I'm not taking anything away from Tomlin, his coaching skills. I mean, I just think, he brought them back. He should be at least in the top 3 of coach of the year. But I think that this is one of those years where the underdogs, some of these underdogs that have been getting smashed in the mouth all the time by their opponent, I think this is going to be the turning of the table.
So you picking the Browns?
Almost like what happened to us with what happened. Well, I shouldn't say what happened to us, but what happened to Clemson.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be like that, and I think like Myles Garrett is on. Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, the Stefanski is using he has designed his offense to the talent of his quarterback.
Let me ask you a question. With the head coach probably going to miss that game because of the COVID issues, is that going to play a factor? Or do they have, or is they, I think they got their special teams coach.
You know what? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, their head coach is going to miss that game because of, I think he tested positive for COVID. So.
And you know what? And I was listening today on Mike Golick Jr. and Shanae Abumake. They were saying that he can talk to them up until the start of the game, but he can't have any communication with them during the game, halftime, or anything.
Now wait, do they mean communication like they can't even talk on a headset or a phone?
Yeah.
Well, why? What is it going to spread through the?
I don't understand.
Spread through the phone line?
They can't do that. He cannot. He can't call the game from home.
But why? But why? Why can't I call you?
They can't monitor his advantages. They can't monitor his advantages at home. Mm-hmm. When they're on the field, they monitor who's talking to who's going back and forth. They have a control over that. They will not have a control over that if he's at home. Like he could have his screen zero in on play calling on the other side or something. Like, there's advantages that he could have that he would not have if he was on the sideline.
So with him missing the game, are you still picking Cleveland? Or is that going to be a big deal?
I think that might be a big deal.
And when you're in Ohio, are you close to Cleveland?
No, I'm in Columbus. I'm about 2.5 hours away, so I'm close, but I'm not.
Have you seen any like Browns paraphernalia? Have you seen any fans? Are they
real here in this state? Real here. Let me tell you what they do. They have on a knit cap with the Browns on it and a Ohio jacket. Like. Yeah, they're real here. I work in the Target distribution center, and the guys on the riding around inside the warehouse, Browns up. Yeah, they're now. I will admit that there's a little bit more. She said Browns are boo boo. Oh, that's not nice.
She never said the Browns.
Crystal.
She never said the Browns is boo boo. You know what? Coming to think about it, you know what? I really needed her to do something for me at the end of the show. But go ahead.
Yeah. What's your thing? I think I don't know. I think that the loss of their coach is going to be significant. I don't think that's something that we're going to be able to pretend like it did, that it's not going to be a factor. But the thing is this is the thing. Up until Ben Rock, well, not counting last game, right? Not counting last game, but all the games before that, like Pittsburgh couldn't run the ball.
Right. So you picking Cleveland still.
You're not going to be able to run the ball against. Even if you got that together, you're not going to be able to do that against Cleveland. Now, with that and his receivers, they have been, to use Crystal's word, boo boo. So
you picking Cleveland?
I think I'm gonna kind of stay with Cleveland. I'm
picking Pittsburgh. I'm picking Pittsburgh because that pass rush is legit. Like you mentioned, TJ Watt and them boys, I think they're gonna get after Baker, and I think Ben gonna make enough plays. Just like we was talking about the Russell Goff, I still trust Ben more than I trust Baker. Baker hasn't been on this type of stage before.
And you know what? In the playoffs, you probably should. in the play. And like, I'm not going to change my stance because I kind of feel like this just might be the year that the underdog, the little brother, gets the win. And so for that, but I think every argument you have, is every argument that you have for why you think they're going to win is what made it difficult for me to make my decision. But I'm really doing my decision on a not my decision about about Cleveland today is based mainly on like heart right now. Like the unseen thing about a team, the unseen thing that you can't teach, that you can't manufacture, that unseen thing that is like it's almost like they have to win this game. Like it doesn't even validate them being in the playoffs if they can't win this game. So gotcha. It's like almost like doing it for the Gipper type shit. Your coach not playing. It's like you haven't been in your facility. You got all these things going against you because they haven't been in the facility either. And you got these things going against you, and I just feel like they're not going to use that as a crutch. They're going to use that as the thing to catapult them. And like I say, and not based on anything other than the heart of that matter.
Gotcha. Okay, now we're going to get to the elephant in the room. We're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about this. I want you, and this is what you got to do. We're not going to do it like we just did these other ones. I want you to give me a scenario on how the Bears can win. I don't want you to just pick the game. Give me.
Hold up. You want, wait. Whoa. Pump all the brakes. You want me to give you a scenario on how the Bears are going to beat the Saints, or you want me to give you the scenario on how the Saints are going to beat the Bears?
Yes. That's what I need in my life. I'm a Bears fan. I don't want to hear, all I want to hear is a pathway for the Bears to upset the Saints. That's all I want to hear. Can you do that for me? Can you do this? This
is not. I don't want to enliken you to our president, but you can't make up. You can't just be making up scenarios. You can't just make up. You can't generate some.
I'm asking for a favor. I want to feel. I want to.
Okay. I got you. Wait. You know what? I got you. You ready?
Hey. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Tomorrow, Drew Brees.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, but tomorrow.
Okay.
Drew Brees.
Oh my goodness.
Kamara.
They all catch COVID.
COVID. COVID hit. They lose 9 starters. Bears win by 10. Hello.
That's real whack.
We still on the air?
Yeah, we still on. That's real whack. That's the only way that you see.
Okay, pick this out. I understand that's your team. Okay, I understand that's your team. And I have made some very hard choices tonight on players that I truly love. I have watched through high school. I've watched through college all the way through. And so you mean to tell me, because I heard you say 3 times tonight,
what?
This quarterback over this one. So you're going to tell me you got all your money. You got your wife's new house right here, money right here. And you put your money on Mitch and not Drew Brees?
Listen.
Where your wife at? Hold on.
First of all, I didn't say I put my money or anything on Mitch Trubisky. But I will give you a scenario how they can win and not no COVID reason. Not no COVID reason. Let me tell you how it goes, okay?
How it goes.
Now, if you watch the Bears last game against Green Bay, ball control, run the ball, and get after Drew Brees. We need a kick return from Cordero Patterson, a kick return touchdown. We need an interception or 2. We need a sack fumble from Drew Brees. That's how you beat the Saints. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. I'm a realist. But if that can happen, that's a pathway for the Bears to shock the world and upset the Saints. Now that we got that out the way, go ahead and give me exactly what you think is going to happen. And I'm just going to put this screen up because I don't want to see your face while you saying what's about to happen in this game.
You can still see my face on the bottom. You can see me down there. Okay, look. I just do not think, honey, that the Bears offense has what it takes to be able to stop a complete Saint team. Mm-hmm. They're getting they're a little while. I don't know why the baby, I can't remember the baby's name from Ohio State. Smith. They're getting him back, I believe. They're getting have him back. They're getting Kamara will be healthy.
Michael Thomas, I think he's gonna be back. They say he's gonna practice field.
I don't know why I'm thinking Michael Smith. I'm like, I know his name is not Michael Smith. Yeah. Michael Thomas. They're gonna Thomas is supposed to be back. Now Thomas probably will not be a large factor because he's coming off of that calf injury, and unless he's 100, I think he's gonna go out there at like 75. He's not going to be the major. The major focal point, but they're just too complete on offense and defense.
So yeah, that's true. They got a great defense too. So you got we got the Saints in the blowout,
right? I'm not gonna say they're a blowout because I'm not gonna disrespect Khalil Mack and crew like that. I ain't gonna disrespect them like that. They're gonna give it to them. They're gonna give it to them. They're gonna get some fumbles. They're gonna get some sacks. They might even get a scoop and score. They're gonna get, but after they do it once or twice, they're not gonna. And the thing about it is they're gonna be on the field so much that by the time the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter comes, they're gonna be like, look, they're gonna be playing, but it's gonna be a hard game because they're gonna be on the field so much that first half. Got you.
Well, I now feel like crap again, but it's okay. It's all right. Still going. Look, I gotta work that day, and I get home.
It might do it for you.
Yeah, it's all right. Bears stand up. All right, last game we got to get to because we're probably not going to be able to talk about it before it happens. But I want to talk about, you have your Ohio State gear on. We're going to just touch on this national championship game for a second. I know you got Ohio State, but
Supe. I.
What are you worried about? What are you worried about as far as Alabama goes?
Alabama's a complete college football team. Mm-hmm. Ohio State is a complete college football team. Mm-hmm. Alabama has a little bit more speed when we're talking about the secondary, a little bit more speed when we're talking about the secondary and when we're talking about their wide receiving core.
Yeah.
But it's not that much more speed. Last year they had the number 2. I believe we had the number 3 as far as a ranking, as far as the draft class.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of the best Monday night games we've seen. I think this is going to be a really good game.
Well, I'm actually going for Ohio State myself. I hate Alabama. I don't like Nick Saban. I feel like he kind of reminds me of Bill Belichick. Like, I don't see his team having no fun while they playing. He looks angry all the time. I don't like him. So I won't be mad if Ohio State win.
And and the thing about it is I'm like, Ohio State is my diehard, So when we talk about Ohio State, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be too braggadocious. I don't want to be. I just want to. I want to say the right things. I want to, I just, it's like, because it's like even with the Clemson game, I was so proud of them. I was so in tears, and that's kind of the feeling that I hope like the Browns end up getting. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't go no further than that, I feel like, when somebody is just saying you're not even worthy of being there, and I'm gonna be very honest. For people who are saying that about the Bears, I feel that. You know what I mean? I don't. It's like they're saying that you're not worthy of being there, and you're a good team. And I'm really, 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 really I can't wait just to sit down and watch the game and them execute to the best of their ability. And I just pray that we get this win. And I have one jacket that has National Championship 2014. I'm going to be stoked to get another one. That'll make my day.
I hear you. So yeah, it's going to be a good game to watch. I'm going to be tuning in, and I hope Ohio State wins too. So you can gloat and make your day, and yeah. So, but look, as we get ready to get up out of here, I just want to lead the people. I know it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, riots and everybody, the Trump rallies and all of this stuff, man. But I just want to tell everybody, man, listen, don't get caught up, with all the rhetoric that's going on, and get caught up in all your emotions, man. Stay focused on God, and He's still in control, even with all the nonsense that's going on, man. Keep praying for the country, pray for your leaders, and just don't get caught up in the nonsense, man. So that's my word for y'all today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Rhonda, thank you for joining the show, breaking down these games with me, and I will be catching up with you soon.
Yes, I cannot wait. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's always a pleasure. Every time you call, wherever I'm at, whatever time zone I'm in, it's always a yes when it comes to the Al & Pal show. So I'm glad to be. I can't wait till it says Al Pal, and Gal.
Well, listen, I appreciate you.
Gal in cursive.
I appreciate you answering the call every time I make the call. You always answer the call and always do your thing. So I appreciate it. We about to get up out of here. We'll see y'all next week, and y'all be safe out there. We out.